So I want to talk about pipeline management. If you are cold calling or working an account and you are building your pipeline, for example, or managing your pipeline, then there's key things that you have to think about. And there's three things that I always say to people you want to get out of every single call. So if you want to find out what those three things are, stay tuned. So the three key things you want to get out of every single call that you make in your sales day, when especially to manage your pipeline, and that is to think about these three things. On every single call, you want to think about progress, kill, or book. Now I say progress, kill, or book, that could be in your scenario progress, kill, or close. But let's just think about that for a second here. So progress, most people will not maximize every single call made. And that is the problem, because number one, it lengthens the sales cycle. So if you're not maximizing every call, and let me give you a live example of this. So people who, for example, are cold calling at this point in time, and they want to find out, let's just take telecoms for example, they want to find out all the details of a business's telecoms to see if they can help them. So mobiles, landlines, what type of system they're using, what network, when they're due for renewal, that kind of stuff. And especially like decision makers, so if they don't have the full name of the decision maker, they don't have their position, so they make big mistakes on who is it they would deal with that. And the gatekeeper may say, oh, it's David you want to speak to, but he's not in today. All right, when's he due back? Tomorrow. Okay, great, I'll speak to him then. Well, first of all, what's David's surname? What's his position? You can find out all the stuff, most of it from a gatekeeper, and I'm not going to discuss how on this particular call for that industry, but it's about maximizing every single call. What are you wanting to get out of that call to make sure that you've progressed it? That you haven't just wasted it and went, okay, I'll call him tomorrow. It's a wasted call. So you want to make sure that you're either progressing every call by gathering all the information needed, required. And here's things that I teach people is to have the mindset of 2 calls and 2 calls only. So your first call, you have to gather all that information required to find out if you can help them at all and how you would approach them and sell to them. And then the second call is speaking to the decision maker and closing that appointment or closing that deal with them or progressing it in some sort of way that's relevant to your industry. But think about, you only had 2 calls available. Yeah, you only have 2 calls. You have to find out as much information as possible that's going to help you sell that call, and then in your second call, that's your call to close. So imagine having that mindset and maximizing every single call. So that's progress. You have to think about progress in every call. Did I progress that, or was it a waste of my energy? Or did I just find out that he's in tomorrow? So I want you to think about that. The other thing is kill it. So many people will build a pipeline full of maybe one days. Maybe one days. Oh, it's not ideal, but maybe one day. Kill them. If it is not for you, or there's no point in having it at this point in time, it really isn't going to serve you to have it in your pipeline, get rid of it. Don't hoard it, don't hold on to it. Get it out. And so that's killing it. Don't stack up your pipeline full of maybe one days. Now, you've obviously got to have that good sense of judgment on, is this worth keeping, or is it worth actually getting rid of? I've tried it multiple times, we've tried it different ways, etc., and it's just not for me. So the second one is to kill it. If it isn't worth it, get rid of it. Don't hold on or build a pipeline full of maybes. And the third one is to close a deal or to book it if it's appointments that you're looking for. So having that mindset of the 2 calls, gather the information and help them out and close it. And progress, kill, or book, or progress, kill, and close, whatever's relevant to your thing. These are mindsets and these are actions that you have to start thinking about to manage your pipeline effectively. So progress, kill, or book, and having that mindset of the 2 call mindset. you have to gather as much information as possible that's relevant so that you can actually sell on your next call. And I mean that in the mindset way, not that you've only got 2 calls, but having that mindset of progress in every call. What I've noticed about the top sellers is that they maximize every single call that they make in selling. Now, we're all not perfect. We do become complacent some days and we're not on the ball some days, but maximizing most calls that you make and you will see a massive difference to your game. And I always relate this to poker players. Now, when you get the elite poker players, they always, or more than likely, will get on smaller tournaments through to the final stages. Now, that is not because they always have the best hand. That's because they maximize every hand that they've got. So, I hope this helps. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it, and let me know. Messages below, and give me your thoughts on this about maximizing every call, about really working your pipeline thoroughly. Yeah, I'd be really interested and keen to hear. Hope this helps. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much for listening.